1984, in the fall of 1984. And that's when I began a series of, tests, or kind of like looking at myself, you know, in a sense of, okay, what the hell do I do now? Do I become the brain surgeon that I've always wanted to be, or, you know, or shall I get a job doing Mickey Mouse at Disneyland? I knew that I didn't want to do band anymore. I didn't want to go and play drums in a band. It's like, oh, Bill Ward left Black Sabbath, now he's joined, I don't know, Terabolikov, the famous Russian band or something, you know. I didn't want to do that.
Listen, my son, one thing I learned and I know it, farmers can open farming. Love all you can, this precious thing called your own life. Remember, farmers can open farming.
I really had no interest in rock and roll, quite frankly. You know, there's a lot of areas of rock and roll which I find incredibly distasteful, not enjoyable whatsoever. And I've gone through most spheres of rock and roll as I've been in it since I was a kid.
Like to meet somebody that has your mother's eyes and smile. Might to meet them, don't throw them away, don't hurt them.
Well, what was your procedure? Did you set up a studio in your house and just start writing, or?
For myself, it'll either come out of a drum idea, or it'll come out of a vocal idea, which is a vocal idea would be whatever, you know, like a there you go.
It's up to you by being happy, and I say I can't believe it, and I do believe there's hope for you.
I was a bit timid about asking any other bass player outside of the bass player that I'd always worked with, which was Geezer Butler from Black Sabbath. So I called Geezer and asked him if he would like to help with some sessions that I was working on. He agreed to. However, he could, you know, for whatever reason, he couldn't show up. So from that point, Oz found out about it. I'd been in a fog for quite a while, you know, in a world of abuse and whatever, and I wasn't really aware of who was the best, you know, or who was a good bass player from 1986 or whatever, you know, and I hadn't really heard anything, but I knew that Jack was a damn good bass player. So I called it, you know, we made contact. As a matter of fact, it took us nearly 9 months to find Jack Bruce. I figured that Jack would just say, piss off, you know, who the fuck are you, piss off, you know. Our guitarist, Keith Lynch, that's our main lead guitar player. And then I have another guy called Rube Phillips, who is also a guitar player and a singer. And so those are my main collaborators. You know, it's one thing me liking it, it's another thing the manager liking it, or the producer liking it, or do they want to change me before I even get it out on tape, you know? Because that's what happens a lot of the time, man. A guy will have an idea and then everybody will want to change it around before it even gets on tape. You know, and fuck that. You know, it's like, be what you are and, you know, and just do it, man, you know. That takes some doing sometimes, because a lot of musicians will let themselves be manipulated. And there's a difference between compromise and manipulation.
It's up to you by being happy, and I say I can't believe it, and I do believe there's hope for you.
the days were gone when, you know, oh sure, I'm Bill Ward from Black Sabbath and I want a record deal. It's like, well, fuck you, buddy, you know, we don't give a shit, you know. You know, it's like start from scratch. That's what it's about. It's starting from scratch, man.